Hello and welcome, true art believers. You are watching the number one. I am the number one live art streamer in the world. This is Pierson here, and today is day 143 of 200 days of drawing. Now, before I begin today's piping hot cactus drawing, I know everyone's really into these cactus drawings. Like everyone is. They're the hottest thing since sliced bread. But before I begin, please do me the honor and hit that subscribe button. Please and thank you. It is much appreciated. So let's get started and get this drawing on to its final destination. And I will talk about my day. I'll talk about my drawing process, and we'll see what happens. It's not always the same, but there's always similarities between the beginning and the previous drawings and the newest drawings. So I hope you enjoyed the drawing process. Cheers. So, all right. How is everyone doing today? So today I'm gonna put my little time lapse on here. Boop, we got my time lapse on. So technically I started, we're about 2 minutes and I'm gonna be drawing for about 30 minutes. Now today, it is very late. It's been a long day, and I think this is probably the most productive day I've done in quite a while. Very rarely am I firing on all cylinders as I did today. My only wish is that the length of it was longer. I only wish that I was able to work. I only wish that I was able to. I don't know what I was going to say here. Get up earlier. I think that was the only thing. Maybe the fact that I didn't get up earlier was the reasoning to why I was so successful in my ability to do things today. Like normally I'm up at 4 a.m. or like 4:10. I actually was up at 4 a.m. this morning, and then normally I hit the snooze button just to get it. Just give me 10 extra minutes. Just give me 10 extra minutes, and I normally I'm up at 4 a.m. and I hit the snooze button so I get up at 4:10, but I accidentally canceled snooze. I canceled the alarm, and I have it set up that there's no way to restart the alarm unless I do a whole new alarm. What do you call it? Basically, create a whole new alarm saving or setting. And I was just like, you know what? In my sleepy stupor, I was thinking, in my sleepy stupor, my sleepiness was saying, you know what? I think you can do this. I think you can just go to bed and yeah, I think you just go to bed, or you go back to bed. You're gonna wake up in 10 minutes, and I did not. I didn't wake up in 10 minutes. I didn't wake up until 2-3 hours later, and so yeah, so that's what happened. It was quite the ordeal there, and I woke up later. And normally when I wake up late, I don't know if any of you experience this, but like there is a lag in just getting things done. So for me, if I wake up late, I'll be a little bit. I'll like be really slow. Like I'll take my time getting breakfast. I'll take my time doing all these like random things. And yeah, today it was kind of like that, but it was coupled with a what was it? This innate drive to get the things that I normally get done from 4 to 7 done while everyone is up. And normally that's very hard to do. Normally to do something like that, it means pretty much what it means, what I pretty much, it means exactly what I thought would happen. It means like no like, basically it meant no like family time. It just meant me doing a bunch of chores and me working out and doing my drawings, and it just meant like a like a semi boring day, but I got my stuff done, you know. I just wish I didn't have to get up, or I didn't sleep in to achieve such a very effective day. Like it was like I must have been like 3 loads of laundry, did some what was it? Like 2 loads of like dishes, made the bed, worked out, worked on my commissions for 2 hours. Now the commissions were a little suspect because normally when I do commissions, no one is around, right? And I don't have any distractions. But I had some distractions, which makes me. What happens is I typically get like super like, what do you call it? OCD. So there was one session. So what I do, if I want to backtrack this so you understand how I work when I draw typically. I do what is called a Pomodoro method, and that's basically taking a Pomodoro timer, which is what do you call it? It's just one of those timers that are like um what would you call it? What do they look like? They look like they're named after like a tomato, basically. And so typically when I do my commissions, I'll do 25 minutes of drawing straight and then 5 minutes off, 25 minutes of drawing straight and then 5 minutes off. Um, but because it was done during the day, which means I have other responsibilities, as a parent and all that kind of stuff, right? Other responsibilities. Um, what does it mean? It makes things a little bit more distracting. So like one thing that I'll do is there's one. Gosh, I'm like, it's so late for me. So what I was trying to say here is one of the things that I typically would do in those circumstances is I was just repeating the same processes over and over again. So like I literally would do a I would move a layer to back up. I'd copy a layer, flatten the layer, and then I would rename the layer, and then I'd lock a layer ahead of time, and then I'd like, wait, I missed something, and I'd X out of the file, and I wouldn't save it. I reopen it, and I do that process over and over again. It was it was um it was not fun. Like it was like it was like I can't explain it other than it felt like I was doing practicing insanity. I literally was in practicing insanity. I was like, it was like Jamiroquai, useless. Was it like tempting or like other new technology? I don't know that what the lyrics are. And I was just like, just in a positive feedback loop over and over again. And for like 10 minutes out of one of those Pomodoro sessions, I was just opening and closing the file over and over again. And that's um, when I have a little bit of like anxiety, or I'm not fully I'm not fully in tune with the I don't know if any of you experience this, but if I'm not fully like present with the activity, um, I will um, have those bouts of like OCD. So I wasn't really present for some of those sessions. I was present enough to kind of get stuff done, but some of those sessions, Pomodoro method sessions that I was having, I wasn't fully present, you know. And yeah, so that happens. So because I wasn't present, I was doing this massive reiteration over and over again. I felt like I was practicing insanity a little bit, and it happens. Like that's, oh, what is that? You see that little? What's that? What's that thing right there? Get out of there. We don't want you. Hopefully it's just the cactus. Yeah, it's good. If it's the cactus, or if it's the drawing. So this is just a regular old cactus with a mustache, you know, and I'm keeping it simple. I don't really veer off. I don't get too elaborate with these. So if you watch these, you're not going to see anything like change like the formula. It's just like cylinder, two cylinders with arms, simple looking cartoon mustache, and a rectangle or a box. Um, and then repeat over and over again. And all that happens is the color manipulation. Like last night, I was working on my drawing. And I thought this is the worst drawing ever. I thought it was the worst drawing ever. No joke. I thought it was terrible. Or no, not bad. I think I didn't think it was the worst drawing ever, but like I definitely didn't think it had merit, if that makes any sense. And when I looked at it today, I was like, am I am when I'm drawing at the time, is my eye thinking? Am I thinking like what am I thinking? Because when I looked at it later on, I was like, you know what, that worked. Like the image, like the color combination. It might have been because I was drawing it at night. Maybe the screen was different, a different color at the time. Maybe I had more light in the room. I don't know what was causing it, but something was causing. Something was making me think. There we go. So I was just like thinking like this is the worst thing ever, you know. And it turned out it wasn't that bad, and I was quite pleased with it. But maybe what happens is the reason why I start feeling those I'm getting all the feels. I'm getting all the feels, dude. The reason why I get all the feels when I'm doing these drawing, especially I get all the feels because sometimes I don't know what I'm doing, or like I'm treading in territory that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And I always see I don't when I see people drawing online, I don't ever think maybe they're just like not talking about these issues. You know, they never talk about that feeling of uncomfortableness. Or maybe I need to look so I need to start looking at other streamers, other video people that talk about the stuff because you know, I always feel a level of uncertainty with my work. Always. It's never I'm never I never have a high level of confidence in the work. And maybe I should, because maybe I can I can state that I'm a master at simplicity. You know, I probably could say that. I might be a master at it. I don't know because I enjoy simple things. Like I also, but I then again, I also appreciate really complex manga or anime drawings. I really appreciate that, like because I know that it's difficult to achieve those things. But I don't make it my I don't think it's I don't think I need to be doing that. It's not necessary for me. It's not like I probably can do it. It's going to take me a lot longer than the people that you're watching to do it because I'm typically very slow. I'm a really slow learner, which is why I'm doing these simple things over and over again because I want to know this this technique like the back of my hand, you know. I want to understand it really well, you know. Now I want normally I don't mind. I get very agitated by the lines being kind of jagged like that, but I've been very lax with that. I've been kind of a little bit was it I've been very relaxed with the the outside contours of my cactus and forms lately. And I think it because it just like adds character to it. Like these jagged lines around here. When I first started out, I wanted those straight. Now, I think it's kind of cool. I think that like jaggedness makes it feel a little bit more organic, it makes it feel I think it adds to it. I think it adds to it. So I don't really mind that actually. And I'm going to zoom out here, and we're going to wait. I've totally forgot. I'm going to we're going to do a actually we're just going to do a black mustache here. I want to have I can't find it. Maybe there'll be when I get a moment of time, what I'd like to do is I'd like to make a brush that kind of tapers off, you know? There might be one in here that I just haven't looked at all the like brush presets. And that's another thing. I'm still an amateur at this program. Like I just don't know. I just don't know everything, you know? So he's going to have like this really swooping mustache. I don't know why I'm giving cactuses a mustache. If you ask me why I'm giving a cactus a mustache, why not? Why wouldn't you give one? You know, they're in the they're in the what would you call it? They're what's this? Lock transparent pixels. Now, let's see if this works. Okay, good. And we're gonna give it a horizon line. And we're gonna draw little trees. Yeah, tree right there, a little tree right here, and then give it like lightning bolts. No, that'd be silly. Uh, we give it some lightning bolts. Now, what I want to do is we're gonna do like a ooh. We're just gonna do a an orange to red fade. You know, just orange to red fade. That's what we're gonna do. Is do orange red fade. That's it. It's gonna be something different than what I've been doing as of lately. Is lately I would do the same fade, but I'd have the bottom tone be really dark. This one is gonna be just like hyper saturated. Like that. Ooh, is that pretty? Look at that. That is some nice fade. That's a good fade right there. I don't know if you know how good a fade that is. That is like a top 10 fade. And then someone's like, "You call that a fade? Watch this." And then all of a sudden, like, "Oh no, look how good that fade is." You're like, "Oh, we're not worthy. Your fade skills are so good." Right? Too good. Your fading skills. They're so good, dude. And you're like, "Oh no, I know. I'm just so good at my fade skills, bro." I'm gonna do something like this, and then a little bit like this. And make this really dark here. Maybe I'm gonna make this kind of like it's like curving a little bit. And then we're gonna put another layer in there. I'm gonna color what's it called, like a layer mask it. Layer mask. Take an eraser, erase this, and then another layer. And so I'm just doing a bunch of adding a bunch of layers. You can't see that area in the Photoshop right now, but I'm just adding a bunch of layers at the moment. And that's what I'm doing. You know, let's add some layers here. There you go. I don't know if I like that. There you go. I think I could do that. So what I do is you press R and it allows you to rotate the canvas, and if you press escape, it straightens it back up. Little quick little like fast keys. It's little tricks there for those that are interested, I guess. If you're interested in those type of tricks. There we go. Oh man, let me tell you, it's been a long day. I worked out, and between every set I had to walk upstairs. Uh, and every time I walked upstairs, and keep in mind, and it's my workout was like I was doing squats, so like every time I did squats, every time I worked out, I had to go upstairs after squats. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is exhausting. All righty, here we go. Let's check this tone out. Like a dark blue. We're gonna put some blue in this. Ooh, yeah, get some little blue in here. We're gonna do the same thing here. We're gonna put some blue. Oh yeah, look at that. And then maybe we're gonna do something like this. I'm gonna rotate it again. Oh no, no, what is happening? Now we're running a little bit behind, and that's fine. I'm okay with that. You know, we're running behind. It's it's a run a little bit behind on the drawing here, but it's late, friends. That's new. Are we glitching out? Oh, we're not. We're not good. For a second, I thought we were glitching out, and that sucks if that happens. I've had it happen a couple times where I'm like drawing, and I've had to restart the whole, not the whole drawing, but I've had to close it and restart it. Okay, so now the sand is one of the quickest things I do. Um, it's one of the quicker things I do, and ooh man, I'm so thirsty. So when I do these pots, like I don't I all I see when I look at them now is like everything I'm doing wrong with them. I don't ever see like what I did right. So sometimes when I look at these pots, I'm like, man, these aren't that good. I don't think I did a good job, you know? And I come in with like this really almost like this self-defeatist attitude with it actually. It's really kind of weird once you if you think about it that I kind of just like I beat myself up over this drawing, you know? No. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add like some dark reds here. No, maybe some blues. Maybe some bluish reds. Maybe a little bit blue and red. Maybe a little bit of both. Maybe a little bit of red right here. Watch that. Like a little stroke here. Ooh, that's kind of nice. Having a little stroke of red. And then maybe I'll do the same with the blue. If I can get a color of the blue, like do like a little bit of like rich blue right here. Maybe a little rich blue right here. Ooh, add some of that. And then maybe some blue here. No, oh, just a little bit like here. Scumble it. And then I will have like a dark, maybe like a muted blue right here and here. Maybe some right here as like a cast shadow, you know? Something like that, something like that might be fine. Yeah, let's do something like that. And now we're gonna go to the cactus. We're going to, woo, yawn, that's for sure. Do a soft round, do a highlight, a dark tone, and we'll go from there. So we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna right. We're gonna try to do some blending here. I'm gonna try. And once we get this kind of blended in a little bit, what I want to do is I want to do the I like to work on the mustache a little bit so that everything kind of moves in the same direction. So what I typically do when I draw is some people don't do this. Some people like do like one area at a time. I like to build everything up like in layers. So I don't finish everything all at once. I think the only things I finish right here, well, ever since I started doing the mustaches, I do things a little bit differently. But before I was just doing like I do the background, I do the pot, I do the sand, I do the cactus, I had thorns done. But now that I have the mustache on top, I have to take a little bit of a break and go and move into drawing the working on the mustache a little bit by itself using oh come on. There we go. Using the texture brush here. And we're just going to take this tone here and kind of just um, we'll see if I can get this in like a. Now, what I didn't do this time is I didn't like draw like the direction of the hairs like I did last time. So I'm going to kind of draw that direction of the hairs on this one. So I get a kind of idea of how I'm going to kind of generically sculpt or model some of this a little bit. So it's like a very subtle curve. It kind of droops down. Something like that. Now we're gonna just trying to kind of keep it simple. I know I say that, and then all of a sudden I start like getting a little bit too crazy with how I'm modeling the hair. I really suck at hair. Like I see people do it, and I'm like, oh, this is how you do it, and I'm like, how? Just makes no sense to me. Like they're able to really simplify it to the point to that like they try to explain it to you, and you come off as like the dumb dumb. Like, how are you doing that? It's so easy. Just do it. Just watch, just follow me and draw exactly what I'm drawing. Then I'm drawing your drawing. And you can apply those to other circumstances. Sometimes. Sometimes. So one of these days I'm going to sit back and kind of look up how to do like kind of like a simplified texture hair tutorial. Because you get like these generic ones that kind of show you They always do it on like a ball, and it's always like, this is how you do it. Like, well, this is one way how you do it. Like, I want to go into like the theories behind it. Like, what should I be thinking about a little bit more, and how can I apply it to almost on doing like a more textured approach like this. Anyways, let's go and work on the cactus a little bit more, man. We need to finish this cactus. Like, I'm way late on all of this. I'm so late. I didn't like I've been working all day. And that's not like, was it like, is that what's the phrase for it? Like, that's not hyperbole or whatever it is. Like, that really is. I literally been working all day. I've been bouncing from one point to another. Like, uh after I did all those things, man, hop to work. And then after I got hop to work, I had a quick like 10-minute bite to eat before I hopped up here and did this or started doing this, man. It's just been nonstop. I don't know. Like, I would love to know, like, what is a really busy day for you guys? That'd be interesting to hear because I don't have context, so like I want to know what a busy day is. Now, if you tell like people will tell me they have a busy day, but they're like, yeah, and then I watched like 5 hours of television. I'm like, yeah, that's not a busy day. That you were able actually you had time to watch television. Not like I didn't watch any. You know, I think I listened to an Audible while I was folding clothes. Learned a little bit, just a little bit of education, self-help books, I guess. Here we go. Getting that, getting that nice like toothy up and down grain here. That's kind of nice. Love it. Like this area right here, this just works. Like, I don't know how much I'm going to mess around with it. I think it works just fine. Some of these areas I can kind of leave as is because they're just like working really well. So I'm trying to make like what kind of looks like eye divots, but not necessarily eye divots, you know? Like someone like there's a face being formed inside the cactus, but not necessarily that there is one, you know? So I'm trying to play around with that type of like thing here. I don't know if I'm being successful at it or not. It's hard to kind of manipulate the texture in that this texture brush in that way to some extent without being too like without being like too literal, you know. So I might kind of like leave it like that. Something like this. Kind of do something like this. Make that. So I'm just kind of doing those little stripes that are on cactus, those little ribs on there. I'm not being literal with those either. I'm just kind of like casually putting them on there. I don't really care if they look real or not. They're just kind of there as a just for fun, kind of make it feel more like a cactus essentially, you know. I'm not really trying to go for like this is a cactus and if it doesn't look like one, oops, you know. Some people like to go they're searching for a really realistic or approach and this is obviously not that. So I'm not too worried if it doesn't have that look of realism because I'm just kind of playing around here, having fun. Something about doing realism though can just makes me nervous. So or stresses me out. I don't know about makes me nervous or like makes me I don't really hate it, but I definitely sometimes it can be like a stressor because you're trying to there's certain goals involved with doing more realistic work, you know, and just something about that kind of grinds my goes against my aesthetic at the moment. Like so my aesthetic at the moment is kind of like I don't know. It's got like a I guess it's realism, but it's not realism. It's not surrealism. I don't even know what my aesthetic is. I have to think about that. Like, what do I like as an artist? Like, I like too many things. I think I appreciate too many like different. I appreciate different things with art. Like, I just appreciate different things that people are doing in art. And so, like, I guess because of that, I can't say like this is who I am or like this is like my drawing identity if there's a drawing identity because I don't really have a style. I don't like I do. I have like I got like drawing temperaments, I guess, but not necessarily a style, I guess. I got some like so I'm a little bit like a no, I don't like that. All right. So we're gonna add a little bit of orange and shadow here. Just a little bit of orange in the shadow right here. Maybe a little bit orange shadow right here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna kind of add like a highlight, like a highlight on the bottom, on the wrap it around the side here, and maybe do some here as well, you know? Maybe do like a little bit lighter. And so we're just kind of playing around with that. Just that something like that. It's kind of nice. Just a little bit of that. Maybe add a little bit of red here. A little bit of red here. Maybe some orange right in here. So basically, all I'm doing is I'm adding some tones from the background onto the actual like object, so it feels more unified, you know. And so that's what I'm kind of doing here. So like right here, I add a little bit of like come on. My eyedropper is going crazy. I can't, it won't go away. Oh my gosh, what happened here? I got to go to the history. I got to make sure that nothing like went away. Brush tool, brush tool. Anyways, I don't know what happened. So right here, and a little bit of like, a little bit of orange there, a little bit of orange there. Just something to kind of, just like a little bit of orange in the highlight, something like that, maybe. Just kind of play around with that. I don't particularly like it. Actually makes me a little uneasy to add small touches like that, but I'm gonna leave it like that. All right, so let's work on the mustache now. I think the cactus is done. I don't want to play around with it anymore. It's taking a little longer than I expected. So we're gonna work on the mustache. Just kind of zoom in here and hope for the best, you know. And we're gonna just gonna add like some highlights here. Nothing special, you know. Yeah, and now we're gonna do like really like a really highlight, something like a really shiny area. Just something like right here. Maybe something like right here as well. And, yeah, we don't want to do it. And let's see, we're gonna get. I want to keep it like messy because of the nature of the texture brush. So we're just gonna kind of add a few dark stragglers here and there. Some stragglers here. Maybe have like one like here. A little straggler here. Straggler. Straggler. Just for fun. And yeah, I think that'll be. There we go. There we go. That'll do it. I think that's good. And now all we got to do is we got to put another layer in. I'm going to have a sip of water. Oh my gosh, late day. I don't know about you, but that's probably not the best thing to be guzzling water with a microphone to your face. this guy was live streaming and he's just guzzling water. Like, he must have been super thirsty. He wouldn't stop doing it. He just wouldn't. I was worried. I was worried for him. Almost done. Let's get this brush. I'm going to delete this layer because I was apparently doing something. Now we're going to lock this layer. Just going to lock the layers so that I can, I want to lock the layers so I don't mess anything else up. I just want to make sure that doesn't happen because I have a tendency to start doing something and accidentally press something. Oops. And so I just want to avoid that at all possible. So there we go. And here we go. 10 pixels is my go-to size for the cactus thorns. And I'm going to do kind of like a pairing of sorts with my cactus thorns this time. I like to do that every once in a while. Sometimes I do like random where they kind of jitter around. For this case, I'm just kind of like, moving around just because I can. But they're all in pairs or in close proximity. Yep, and that's what I'm doing. And I probably should put it underneath my mustache as a layer. Pretty good. We're looking good, man. Now, some things I've been thinking about doing is getting some like background music in place. Something that kind of like stops the dead space or dead noise, the dead air. Because actually another thing I need to do is watch other streamers and see what they're doing. Because I'm quite interested in seeing what they're doing, Because I don't know what is a good stream actually. Again, I have no context because I don't have a lot of time to like research those fields, and that's always very interesting to me to see what people are doing. I mean, I get an idea what kind of drawings are popular on Instagram. But I was looking at Twitch and I was seeing like people are doing there's a variety of things in there that I find quite interesting, And so I'm gonna have to spend some time looking into that. I'm gonna have some free time open up real soon by the end of the month. And I might be able to spend a little bit of time looking into what kind of stuff is popular. Maybe just spend not a lot of time, just like maybe watch an hour or two a day for a week or so. Just get an idea of what people like. I like doing these cactuses, but after my 100 days is up of doing these, or after my 200 days of drawing, I'm gonna switch to like skulls or something. Yeah, I'm probably gonna do some like skulls. I like doing skulls, and I want to see if I can do a skull really quickly, in Photoshop. And I'd be interested to see how well I fare. And maybe I might do like just anatomy studies. I just might take just find some muscles and just kind of like draw them. And I don't know. I'd have to figure out how I can make it into a picture. That's the only thing. The thing is, what I want to do when I do these things is I want them to become a picture. And at the end of it, I don't want it to look like I'm just doing some study and calling it a day. I want an actual picture at the end of the like road. So that's why you see me doing these cactuses, because at the end I end up having a drawing, you know. I end up getting a picture out of it. What's this? Yeah, so I end up getting a drawing out of it. And so that's why I do them. Because at the end of the day, I get something out of it. I have a finished drawing. I'm pleased with it. So this is day 143 out of 200. This one actually turned out pretty well. I'm pretty pleased with it. I think I'm more pleased with. I'll probably be more pleased with it tomorrow. But like lately, when I'm doing these drawings, I'm not as pleased with them. But this one turned out really well. I like a lot of things that I kind of implemented here. So I'm happy with it. We're going to put my signature in this layer here. And we're just going to call it a day. Lock these layers. And we're going to call it a day. And so that's it, man. 50-something minutes. Oh, gosh, that's a lot longer. So it's supposed to be taking me a lot less. I should be done with these in 30 minutes, but you know, I kind of went overboard. I want to have a good product at the end of the day, you know. So I can knock these out in less in like 30 minutes. I've done it. It just will it's like missing some of these things, like some of these smaller nuances that you just don't get in the time frame. So it actually takes an extra moment of time to actually do those small little tweaks here and there. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed the drawing process. I hope you enjoy my show or my Twitch stream, my YouTube stream. It's very, you know, I have fun doing it. And if you like what you see and you enjoyed it a little bit, please do me the honor and hit that subscribe button. You would be doing me a huge favor, and it would be much appreciated. So don't forget to subscribe for more. I slurred there again. Stuttered, actually. All right. All right. I just want to say thank you again for watching. Really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. This is the end of this stream. Pierson out.